What's up, tankers? Space Bandit here with another episode of World of Tanks, and today we are in M60 Tier 10 American medium tank on map Kasserine. And today we're gonna discuss the position that I'm gonna go into early in the game, and I think position that's been quite juicy for me in many games. And doesn't matter what tank you bring into this position, could be a TD, could be a medium tank, could be, well, even a light tank, but I wouldn't recommend it because if you're a light tank, your job is to spot for your team. But any tank with a good gun, you can actually get yourself into that position early. And trust me, that position will pay dividends. Almost every time, you're always going to get some juicy damage out of here as long as you're being patient. And, you know, if you go on my channel, if you look at the game that I had in my T110E4, which was starting out of this position as well, you'll see how much damage I racked up over there. It was probably just under 10k. Obviously, there's got to be some sort of progression after early damage you get from this position, but early damage, that's what it's all about here. The key here is to be patient early in the game because you have to wait for your friendlies to go on spot for you. Unfortunately, that's the only thing. You cannot do any spots for yourself. You have to wait for someone to get into those positions. Like this Object 907 gets himself in a position right there and he spots this medium tank. So that's what we're gonna be waiting for, the spots, and then we're just gonna unleash our rate of fire and make sure that we put our shells in. That's all we're trying to do over here. And this guy's in trouble, so we're just gonna keep on firing at him. Just in here, we see his side. He doesn't even know where the shots are coming from. We set him on fire, we take him out of the game. And now we're gonna look for more. But since our friendly didn't spot a lot of tanks, he spotted that medium tank that was just taken out of the game. He spotted that IS-7. This is where we have to start making decisions. What are we doing? We can't really sit there all the time, because if there were more tanks spotted, you would be firing at them already and you would be putting your damaging shots in. But since the tanks are not spotted, it's time to move. And that's exactly what I did. I need to help this guy since he is a distraction to the opposing team. I'm gonna try to get closer to him and try to support him as much as we can. And M60 has fantastic rate of fire, 390 alpha per shot, pretty good tank to support any of your friendlies. So we're gonna try to go around this rock right here so that in the worst case we have support from our friendlies still. There's a medium tank right behind me. At the same time, we're kind of doing this flanking maneuver where we can put 3 shells into this IS-7. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. And yeah, he's not paying attention to us, so we're gonna poke out and take him out of the game. Put a shell into his lower plate, just like that. Take him out of the game. And unfortunately, our friendly goes down, but we couldn't save him. If he maybe dropped into position where I was, he would have survived, but because he did not, unfortunately, he was taken out of the game. Now we're gonna put shells into this Death Star. He showed up a little bit later. We're gonna try to track him right here. Our aim is a little bit off, but we managed to track him. He repairs, so now we're gonna go after him because he fired. And unfortunately here, I think I hit a bump just when I was firing, so unfortunately we missed out on this damage. And now we're just gonna move forward. RDs are out of the game. Our team looks like took care of the opposition already pretty quick, so that's a good thing. So I don't have to worry about them. Now all I need to do is just push in, be smart, go from rock to rock, from hill to hill, and make sure to spot the opposition, put damaging shots in, get as much damage as you can, right? And because this STI was making his way over here, I'm not really worried that something's gonna jump me, because with my rate of fire and his hit points, I should be able to defend this area in case I have to, even though I don't have a lot of friendlies here. We do spot this Wheezy 113 GFT, and he's got a huge alpha, so last thing I want to do is get hit by him. But I don't know what he's doing. He's either slow on the trigger, or I don't know if he doesn't know where to aim, because he's not really firing at me. So I'm just kind of poking and firing my gun as quickly as I can. Snap shooting, really. But those shots are not really going in for whatever reason. I was even prepared to take a hit here because I'm full HP. And looks like we're leading in this game. So I really need to continue pushing the cause. but he's not firing at me. So he lets me fully aim, and we're just gonna farm him. Now he's not even paying attention to us. He's paying attention to the sky, watching birds or something. I don't know what he's doing. Whatever. Thank you for the HP. We're gonna try to put our last shell into him, take him out of the game, and we do. And now we can pay attention to this Yak Tiger. So we're gonna flank him right here. We're gonna put a shell into his drive wheel. At least that's the idea, so we can track him. But we didn't track him for whatever reason. Okay, whatever. Unfortunately, we don't get the kill shot, but we're gonna continue moving here, moving forward. Again, from ridgeline to ridgeline, losing our sixth sense right here. We're gonna try to climb up, see if we can spot anything else. We know there was a badger over there. Can we spot him? Can we spot him? Yes, we can. We just spotted him. That was a bad shot. Should have stopped, backed off a little bit, and fired that shell, but it is what it is. We're gonna keep moving forward. We're gonna try to flank that badger, but all of a sudden Leopard shows up, and he's got a good position, so that got me a little bit worried because he can easily drain me down from that position. My position is not as good as his because he's got good hold down position. Yet I'm in a crossfire right here. I didn't realize that Emil 2 had actually shots into me right here, so that's going to be a problem. So I'm being shot from two different directions. So we're gonna have to be patient, wait a little bit for our teammates, even though we're destroying the opposition team. I think we are kind of the furthest ones in southeast, so we have to be really careful here still because those three guns, especially Emil 2 with that autoloader. So we're gonna start paying attention to him now. We have a shot into him, so we're gonna put a shell into him right there. Should have probably tracked him, but I went for damaging shot because you never know with those tracking shots. And he's gonna disappear, unfortunately. But look at that. Badger is still pretty relatively full health. So we're gonna try to figure out how can we approach him without losing too much HP. Yet still paying attention to that Emil 2 because he's still firing at us. Did he stop paying attention to us now? Yes, he did. Okay. So we don't have to worry about him. Now we can only worry about this Badger. We're gonna try to put a shell to him right here. That's a bad shot, and I overexposed the side. Would have never penned him from that angle into top of his superstructure. That would have never penned, even with heat shells. So that wasn't a good play at all on my part. And the worst part is that I lost that HP now, so I could lose even more HP trying to approach him. So I noticed that my friendly is coming in right now, so that's not a problem. We're gonna try to follow our friendly right there. As long as we can get behind the Badger, put a shell into his drive wheel or something, track him, then we can drain him. That would be the optimal situation for us right here. He gets struck by Artie though, so I don't really have to worry about that, and I can just put damaging hits into him. It looks like our friendly is only tracking him as well, so he's going for combined damage. In that situation, I'll just take my juicy damage. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put a shot into his engine deck. We light him on fire and burn, baby, burn. I think that's pretty much it for you. So just like that, take a look at the result. We ended up with almost 7k damage. Quite a nice game. And I know there wasn't a lot of damage from the position that I was telling you, but usually there's a lot more enemy tanks coming under the gun early in the game when you're in that position. And then you can judge, do you want to push that side? If there are too many of the opposition tanks, you don't necessarily have to push that side. You can turn around and go the other way, try to support the other side. Now, if there isn't a lot of enemy tanks, then you go and take the corridor. You can try to help the middle, or you can go and try to go into the opposite side of the map the way I did and continue your progress. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. That's it for now. Until next time, happy tanking. Space Bandit, checking out.